Alright, so even though I got this stuff working, it's still way overcomplicated for what I need. So I think I'm just gonna use one of these setups here because this will work fine. It does all the switching. Got an amplifier that I can utilize here. This is from one of the racks that we disassembled a little while ago. And I can hook up equipment there instead of a DVD VCR to this. I will hook up to that the Laserdisc because this has composite video. And unfortunately, that's what the Laserdisc has on it. There's composite and component. But as long as the composite's working, excuse me, which is what they've been using in the past, which is what they were using in the past anyways. I'm just going to go for that. And that will eliminate a lot of the complexity and the possible failure points of these systems here because there's just too much stuff in here. I don't need this for sure because we're not running to a 5.1 amp. Don't need that because we're not switching the power on the other unit because the projector is going to be powered by something else entirely. I would need the switcher, but I've already got a switcher that's coupled with the 226, so I don't need that. So I think I'm going to refigure this and tear all this stuff out and start fresh. And that way I'll be able to have that panel right here, right up in the top, so you can just press your buttons and go. I think it'll be an easier way to do this. Okay, so we got the Pioneer working. If I turn my volume control down, see my audio goes away. And then I can switch in between. I don't know which one I've got the Apple one. I think that's on my PC setting. Yep. So I've got the PC setting, which I can change the name on that pretty easily. And that is doing that unit there. I'll have to check the audio on that. This is coming out direct HDMI, and I'm hoping that because this is going into PC input, that's carrying the audio as well. I'm pretty sure it is, but the way that this rig is set up, I've got that going in just via the HDMI. Whoops, that's the other end, sorry. I've got that going in just via the HDMI and no additional audio cables. The Laserdisc player is coming out of the DVD VCR slot, which is a multi-purpose, normally like a VGA connector. It comes out through this cable here, and suspiciously enough, the green, which is what they use for the composite, as opposed to the yellow. Who knows why? So that obviously doesn't carry audio. So there's a separate audio porting, and the separate audio porting is going into this jack right there. So I'm hoping that this is going to work well, and I'm not going to have to split out the audio from that HDMI. I can, because this unit does have, there are audio jacks out on it, but I would prefer to keep that in the box and not have to have a million additional wires. But right now, everything's working fine. So I'll flip back to DVD VCR, and we're back to Tromaville. Just in case you've never seen a Laserdisc, let's show that to you. As soon as I can find the eject button. So this is back in the days when they had really big discs. I think this one was put on a display for a while because you can see there's a hole drilled there and a hole drilled there. Still plays up to a certain point. But these players were actually pretty cool. Let me show you a neat feature on here. So I'm gonna close that back up. And then I'm just gonna open the CD DVD. What do you think of that? I don't know what happens if I eject them both. Let's find out how it closes up. So I think it's basically using the same optics inside. It's just making the tray that much more difficult to deal with. Come on, open. There's a lot of complexity in this equipment. Gotta appreciate the fact that this thing is still working. Let's go around to the back side of this machine. This is one of our newer ones, actually. See if I can find the build date on it. Yep. So this one here is September 2000. Like I said, this is one of the newer ones. The older one that I had looked at was from 1990. Yeah, just for record, I don't ever think my office is going to be clean again. All right, so this is the finished cabinet. Ignore this. I've got this tied into the Laserdisc player in case we need to record something right now. But we open up our cabinet, and we've got the Blu-ray player, which is what's on the screen right now. That's the top unit. And we've got a video disc player, which is this unit here. Got a VCR DVD, which is this unit here, which would most likely be replaced by a multi-standard VHS, a multi-scan unit. And then I've got a blank out plate in case something else came down the pipe, and then the speakers are down in the bottom of the rack. And that is that.